Hello trainers! Ganeto here, and today we're gonna dive immediately into the battles because I have an exciting team: Druddigon, Alomomola and Ariados. Yes, you heard that right, this is a Druddigon team. We're gonna see together how good that Pokemon is, since it has access to Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw, and besides that you can also use Hyper Beam over Night Slash. Of course, Night Slash may be a little bit better since there are a lot of confusion users out there like the Slow family, but you can always use your Hyper Beam to nuke down those Charmers. However, there are not a lot in the meta because of the fact that a lot of poisons and fire types still exist, and some other Pokemon like Electrode and Alomomola that we have over here really go pretty well against those Charmers, so people might tend to not use that kind of Pokemon, and yeah, Hyper Beam may be put at the back, but overall Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, a really huge deal for Druddigon. And let's focus here a bit on this matchup, Ariados against the Talonflame. You can see that Ariados really puts up the work, despite the fact that it is facing a flying fire type, which is not good against any bug type out there, but Ariados still a very good option, and if you can get the boost with that cross poison, which is not that hard to be honest. I have taken the boost quite a few times. I don't know if I will showcase some of those times on this video, but yeah, Ariados really putting up the work. So against the Medicham Lead, this is gonna be the most hard one out of them all, leaving aside the Charmers, of course, since straight Power Punch that Medicham can still win, but this one says to go for a Dynamic Punch, and I was like, wait, what? Dynamic Punch? Okay. So let's bring here now my launcher and let's do whatever we can against this Medicham. Down it goes, hopefully, because my entire team might be a little bit weak to that Ariados, but still we have a lot of options to go against it. Just neutral options, that's the sad part. So we have the launch here, doing a lot of work, heavy work, even against the Leaky Tank, and Leaky Tank with Excel Candy is gonna be another key meta Pokemon for you to test out, but I believe there are a few counters like this Ariados with launch which can do a lot of damage to that Leaky Tank. I'd say to shield, I guess here. Yes, I want to maintain my HP and farm as much as I can, because I have a feeling that at the back they might have a Charmer, but look at that trainers, they have an Alomomola, and now we have to play it right because we're down on shields, but we did heavy damage and their Alomomola is gonna be debuffed on the mirror. Let's see how well we can play that. So here comes the Psychic. Okay, I will try to go here for the Psychic of my own, but my opponent said to go for the extra waterfall, and that's a very good one for them, so they're gonna pass it through and they're just gonna negate my pass it through waterfall. And at this point I was like, oh come on, this is gonna be so frustrating in the end, but they do a wrong swap out to the Leaky Tank. I go for that Psychic, they block as well. This is huge news for me because now I can come in with my Cross Poisoner and take that last shield if they want to shield, and yes we do. So down goes the last shield, and they also go for the CMP and they lose it obviously, so down goes all that energy they have, and we can safely farm down. Did I say safely? Nope, it is not safe at all, because here comes the Body Slam. We have to block and now focus on the Psychic Race. Yes, we can do it, trainer. Another waterfall passing through. Wow, that was a bummer for my Alomomola, but in the end we stand victorious. Next one, Druddigon against Druddigon. Some other players also play Druddigon. I really encourage you to do so because that thing goes super good even against its counters, the Psychic type counters, because some Charmers, yeah, you cannot handle the Charm. But anyways, here comes the Dragon Claw. Down goes that Druddigon. I decided to go with this team composition for the switch advantage most of the time, because the Alomomola Ariados really counter and wall down a lot of meta Pokemon, so you're gonna have a lot of coverage against fire with your Alomomola, and against something like a Charmer you're gonna be just fine with your Ariados. So I like that on my team, the switch advantage, so that's why I sealed it over there against the Druddigon, and I did not want to lose that lead scenario no matter what. So here comes out the Ariados, and Ariados against Ariados, is like hitting a wall with a wall. that thing, yeah, it's bad, it's bad. So we managed to farm down with the Dragon Tail damage. That was huge for us. So here comes down the Dragon Claw, down goes the last shield, and they have the Poison Jabber, Slowbro, Galarian. So we should be fine with straight launches here. Yes, here it is. So down they go, and another victory is for us. The next one, trainers, is against the Slowbro for the Love Cup. And yeah, Slowbros are almost everywhere in the current meta, but this one is gonna be the Cantonian. So my opponent decides to go here for the Medicham, and I'm like, let's go Hyper Beam, and they block. Yeah, that was bad. Anyways, we're gonna stick in there with our Alomomola, and Sacking is gonna come through, and our defense is lowered. This is gonna be a tough one. I really need to play that correctly and rely on my Ariados to finish off the match. We cannot go for the last second Psychic because of the debuff. That's a bummer. I'd go for some not very effective moves on that Medicham. They are neutral, not very effective in total, because I was hoping for a feint down, but at the back they have Magcargo, so I have to bail out. That's a bummer, but you can see that this team has a lot of coverage against the meta, but your backline can also get walled down, especially that Ariados from a Magcargo, so that's something that you should take note of. But we have two Pokemon, the Alomomola and the Druddigon, but our opponent played super right, and down we go. Next one, trainers now, and we're facing another Slowbro up in the lead. Yeah, you know how that goes, but we can still win in the one shield scenario, so that's good for us. And now they have a Talonflame. They farm us down. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping for a Dragon Claw for some cheap damage over here, but to be honest, yeah, the Brave Bird is not gonna hurt a lot. It is gonna hurt, not a lot, okay, it's gonna hurt at some point, but we can still manage to survive it. And at the back there is an Electrode, so bringing there my Cross Poisoner over here, I think that we can be in a very good position, but my opponent goes for the Hyper Beam. Yeah, that was not good, but we can still farm down if we play that correctly. Let's see together, trainers. They are two waterfalls, I guess, away from fainting, so let's see together if we can do it. Down they almost go, and now we are gonna fire them with our Psychic. Boom, and they leave the match. Sorry for the interruption, trainers, but I want to thank you all for the support that you show to this channel. So if you want more videos from me, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because a lot more than 75% of you have not subscribed yet, and since you're watching those videos, I believe that you enjoy them, so give them a huge support with your subscribe, with your like, and yeah, now let's get going with the rest of the video. Yes. Got it. So next one, trainers, and the Talonflame Lead, that's wonderful. Any fire type is wonderful for Druddigon, Electrodes, Alomomolas, and the fire types. We do not care at all. We're just gonna resist everything, so we're just gonna go straight Dragon Claw. Did I say everything? It's not everything at all, because we have to block, because since just a Brave Bird will be more than enough to finish us off, and we have to take note of that. They bait us with that Flame Charge, which is sad news, but still we have a lot of faces under our sleeve. Here comes now our Ariados, and with one debuff, Ariados can even tank a Psychic. I have done this matchup a lot of times, I can tell you, because Medicham is one of the Pokemon out there for the Love Cup that are pretty common. And let's see if they decide to go for the farm down. They do, so we can now finish them off with a Cross Poison. And I think they were just going to go for the farm down with the Talonflame, which makes more sense, to be honest. So here comes now my Druddigon and wins the CMP from a lot of Pokemon. That's another thing that I love about this dragon, the pure dragon over here. It can simply take the CMPs and still do a lot of work. You saw that the Flame Charge dealing not very effective damage, so we can survive it. And now we're gonna bring our Alomomola into the fight to face this Electrode. This one had Thunderbolt for some reason, but it's still okay. I think we could win no matter what, since we can simply finish it off over here, and now finish off the job against Talonflame. Yeah, pretty much GG for us. So next one, trainers, against Ariados up in the lead, and that's a tricky one for our Druddigon. Druddigon really struggles against the second Cross Poison or Lunge, because that thing can still win with straight Cross Poison, so that's something that Druddigon really can struggle with. But my opponent here goes for the switch to catch my Dragonclaw, which makes sense, and they succeed in doing so. But right now I think that my Ariados has the upper hand against this Medicham because we need just 2 moves to finish it off. I decided to go for the overfarm just a bit for the cross poison to do some nice damage to the Medicham. They decide to let that go, both shields up from both ends. So here comes now the cross poison on the last second to that Ariados, and I will go here with my Druddigon. I decided to block this because I want my Druddigon alive as much as possible, and they have at the back an Alomomola. Let's see together how good that can be for us, because Alomomola against Alomomola, I don't know, we are gonna see in a while. So here comes the Psychic. I'm just hoping at this point, no debuff please, no debuff please, and yeah, no debuff please. So here comes the Psychic, no debuff on my opponent, and I think that my prayers worked for my opponent as well. Okay, I guess. Here comes the Psychic, gonna do some nice chip damage to that Alomomola. Those 2 Pokemon are super heavily defense wise, bulky things. Is that the correct term? I hope so. And we lag over here. That's a total bummer. Can we win, trainers? The lag was critical at this point. However, where we managed to go with the Psyche, you can see here that we lag a lot. Down goes the Ariados. They make an amazing catch, and Druddigon can really tank those moves. So we're just gonna finish it off with our Dragon Tails and another victories for us. Next to our trainers, and we're facing a Crustle. You might saw in the last one that we kinda healed in the end, but yeah, Go Battle League is just struggling with the HP levels at the moment. They said that they're gonna fix it in the upcoming update, but in Greece, from where I'm playing, that update is not up yet. So I'm just gonna go with what I have over here, with the HP levels going like a cardiograph. So yeah, up and down all the time. Anyways, here comes the Psychic. We can tank it as always because of the first launch debuffing that Medicham. We overfarmed just a bit because we know that we resist by a lot those counters, and now we're just gonna force the CMP. Down we go, but at what cost, trainers? Look at that. They said to undercharge, and down we go at the same time. That's super awesome for us because now we have a chance to have a good matchup. So here comes the Alomomola against Alomomola. That's not what I was hoping for, but we can play around that, and this is another glitch for this game. You saw that, not that battery thing, but the other one that I could not press my Psychic right on time because of the fact that the switch was up, and yeah, whatever I was gonna press, Druddigon would come in and the opponent would just destroy me because I do not have enough HP. You know what I mean over here. And yeah, things like this need to be fixed immediately. So I go for the last second Psychic on the Crustle. Crustle is another key Pokemon for the current meta for Love Cup because of the fact that a lot of fire types still exist, and we're gonna go with the double Dragonclaw for the overkill on the Alomomola. This thing is super crazy. I really recommend it to you, trainers. Down goes now the Alomomola, and another victory is gonna be for the Druddigon team with some lags in the end, but it's still okay. Next one, and we're facing an Alomomola up in the lead. What a surprise. Alomomola is the bulky mother of the Love Cup. You are gonna enjoy that Pokemon as long as you are not gonna have boring matchups against Leaky Tanks or other Alomomolas. Here comes now the Dragonclaw on the Alomomola. We resist those waterfalls, but we need to block the Psychic. Druddigon is fairly fragile, so that's something that we should take note of, but it deals a lot of heavy damage with its Dragon Tail Dragonclaw combo, and you can always use Night Slash as we said before, but I find myself really worried against a Charmer when using this team. My only solid answer is gonna be the Ariados, and a neutral answer is gonna be the Alomomola. Okay, I get it, but if I can farm correctly in the in-between matchup, just a Hyper Beam will catch off guard any Charmer out there, and we're gonna destroy it down. However, not a lot of Charmers as we said in the start of this video. Anyways, we're gonna debuff a lot this Alomomola, and at the back they have a Vileplume. My plan here is to take 2 shields, double shields with my Dragonclaws, and then switch out to Alomomola because I know that I'm super thick and I can just reach to that Psychic before they finish me off with those Razor Claws. Look at how good that Alomomola is. I love that Pokemon. Here comes the Psychic, down goes the Vileplume with the Razor Leaf. Yeah, that was kind of a Crustle team. And down they go also with their own Alomomola. And last match trainers against the Magcargo. Here comes the madness that bears my sadness. Here comes the Dragon Claw spam against the Magcargo. We resist those Incinerates, but the Rock Tombs are still gonna hurt, so we have to block just once. And now let's see what they have at the back. Here comes the Electrode, and guess what, trainers? This is gonna be a Druddigon showcase, showdown. We're gonna see how good that Pokemon is, because look at that. I have a feeling that this is gonna be a discharge. I don't know why, I just had the feeling, but I block anyways. And now we have to take the move, but guess what, trainers? Druddigon is still standing strong. Let's see now what they come back with. And they have the Magcargo. Okay, we have one more Dragon Claw ready to go. They decide to block, which is huge news for us. I want to go for another one, but I get farmed down instead, which is all good, because with energy ahead, I don't think that there is a single thing that can withstand in the current meta the moveset from that Alomomola. And at the back they have that Medicham, so I'm just gonna throw my Ariados because it makes no use against that Magcargo. And now we're gonna rely on our moves to finish off the remaining of their team. So that's all, trainers. What do you think about this team composition? I really enjoy using this team, and Druddigon really is a fun pick for the Love Cup. I hope you had a nice time watching this video. Write down in the description or in the comment section your thoughts about this team and what you are using in the current meta of Love Cup. With that said, thank you for watching, trainers, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, everyone.